All right, so could the next home loan option last half a century? For generations, the 30-year fixed mortgage has been the cornerstone of the American dream, but now the Trump administration is floating the idea of a 50-year version to help more Americans get their foot in the door.
We are bringing in our Queen City News chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, paying a loan for 50 years sounds almost too good to be true. What's going on here?
Yeah, so this is being seen as both a creative fix while also being extremely risky and a band-aid to an ongoing issue. But this is not the first time that this 50-year mortgage idea has been floated around in the mortgage industry. And the pitch is really simple, right? So you stretch out the loan an additional 20 years and suddenly those monthly mortgage payments look a whole lot more manageable. But as you could imagine, the trade-off is big. You could end up paying tens of thousands of dollars more in interest over the life of the loan while also building equity a whole lot slower. And there's also a concern that, yes, while there is an affordability issue going on, the root cause of that is the housing supply. So economists, are saying offering more loan options could actually flood the market, raise prices even more, when the real fix might be building more homes. So I think that's why we're kind of seeing this reaction to this idea as being so polarizing as it is.
Okay, so you said this would make mortgages a little more manageable.
Yeah.
When you stretch it out over 50 years, how much does that actually decrease your mortgage?
So it's hard to say definitively of what that number would look like without knowing how much interest rates would increase with this loan. But let's just use this as an example. You take out a 50-year loan on a $360,000 home. At most, you're saving around $250 a month, which might sound great and make buying a home more affordable for people who are looking at those monthly payments right now. But that's if, the big if, the interest rates stay the same. The most likely scenario is that because you're taking out this loan for a longer period of time, it's more risky for banks. We would see a higher interest rate on those loans, which might kind of bring down that savings number and make it less desirable.
Yeah, good point there. And also, would people even really keep the loan for that entire 50 years? It's very rare that someone stays in a home that long
Absolutely.
anymore.
And not even that. Decades ago, when the 30-year fixed mortgage rate was put forth into the public, I mean, people had kind of a backlash to that too, like that is so long. But one of the first things that came to my mind when hearing about this 50-year loan approach is that the average homeowner, first-time buyer today in 2025 is 40 years old. So could you imagine a 40-year-old? Yeah, do the math. I mean, there is a good chance that that loan would outlive the homeowner.
Wow.
On top of that, today in America, the average amount of time a homeowner is staying in their home or refinancing is between 7 and 10 years. So there is a good chance that they would not even pay off that mortgage to begin with. So those are two other reasons of why this is also being kind of seen as being risky.
Why are we hearing about this right now? What's causing that?
Yeah, I mean, the ongoing affordability crisis in the housing market. I mean, home prices coupled with interest rates, they're squeezing a lot of first-time buyers out of the market. Again, that 40-year-olds are now first-time home buyers. And the average, just look at Charlotte, the average home price in Charlotte right now is over $400,000. That comes with a very steep mortgage that people just can't pay right now. So I think the bottom line is that this issue clearly does need to be addressed. Exactly how they go about doing that without making, home buying even more financially stressful. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with this, but clearly something does need to happen in order for more Americans to get in homes.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree on that. So floating some creative ideas out there. All right, Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.